In this episode, we're going to go and visit Clare Island on the west coast of Ireland.
And we're going to go off the navigation channel on Lough and go up the steamer channel.
Yeah, that's all coming up. So Croagh Patrick is visible in the background as we travel out with O'Malley ferries around the northern part of Lough Bay in County Mayo and all the way out to Clare Island. There's two ferries run by O'Malley's, a fast one and a slow one, and we chose to take the fast one. So the ferry we got left from Runa Pier in County Mayo, and the journey across Lough Bay to Clare Island took us around about 10 or 15 minutes, and as you can see, it was a lovely calm day. And as you pull into the harbour at Clare Island, you'll notice that the harbour is dominated by a single castle. This castle, of course, was the home of Grania Whale. She was a 15th century pirate queen. Grania O'Malley was her name. The landscape on the island is rugged and beautiful, and you can't help but notice that on any small patch of land, the surface of the land is covered in all these furrows, and these are the potato troughs, or the potato ridges that were built during the famine time, and at some stage families of men, women and children would have crawled on their hands and knees through those furrows looking for food. The lighthouse here was built in 1806 but was destroyed shortly afterwards in 1813 by a fire. It was then rebuilt and repurposed again in 1818. But then, sadly, in 1834 it was struck by lightning. After 159 years of service, it was decommissioned in 1965 and replaced by a lighthouse on the south side of Achill Island. The lighthouse is now refurbished as a guest house. The O'Malley family who run the O'Malley ferries are in fact themselves descendants of Grace O'Malley. And I managed to talk Chuck here into allowing me to drive the ferry back from the island all the way back to the mainland. I have to admit, that was one of the highlights of my trip. The sort of thing I really, really enjoy. Nice, powerful boat with plenty of horsepower in it. And with a full complement of passengers on board as well. And a nice day for cruising across Lough Bay as well. The winds were nice and calm. The tides were running nice and gently as we hit the horsepower. And this machine has two 400 horsepower engines burning approximately 100 litres per hour. Glad I'm not refueling that.
Morning. It's good to be back. Jesus, it's very warm.
And the idea is now when you're putting it back up.
Put the cash.
Catch there, you see.
Oh, right.
Okay.
This is lovely, but you still have.
You still have here to keep out of that sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I feel bad now because I fought for so long to get a canopy. I'm asking you
to. Take down the canopy. Okie dokie. Right, so we're just pulling out of one of the nicest moorings on the Shannon, and one of the least used moorings on the Shannon. This is the old stone harbour in Ballyleague, and we've been here past night or two, and it's, do you know what, it's a wonderful little sun trap altogether, and the weather has been absolutely massive. At the moment we're in the middle of a heat wave here in Ireland, and we consider a heat wave anything I think over 17 degrees, but yeah. It's actually been up to 30 degrees, 29 and 30 degrees in some parts of the country, so it's been really super fantastic. I just have to watch what I'm doing here because there's a narrow enough channel coming out here, and you've like a T-junction where you come out onto the Shannon like that, and you have to look left and right and make sure there's nothing coming. And
no, there isn't.
There's nothing coming, we're all clear.
Morning.
How you doing? Just passing a few boats here now. And we'll go under the bridge here now at Lanesborough.
Hey.
How you doing? Everybody's up and out and about and enjoying the boating this morning. We're a little bit silhouetted because it's so bloody bright behind us, and this is not a good complaint to have.
We know we can get onto this bridge anyway, so that's that's okay. There's an awful lot of hire boats out as well now. They say all the hire boats are more or less taken out for the next couple of weeks. Oh, there's another boat coming off the lake.
Now, what a day it is today. It's only about 10:15 in the morning, and the temperatures are really building. It's scorching hot. It definitely reminds me of when we were in France and the temperatures we were getting there all the time. So just to give you an update of what we're doing, we're heading out onto Lough, and ordinarily when we're heading south on Lough, we would normally go to the eastern side of Inishmacdermott and Inishaina. That is where the navigation channel runs, and all the marker buoys guide you to go along that way. However, we're going to go off channel, and we're going to go to the west side of Inishmacdermott and Inishaina, and this is a channel here. It's not marked. It's called the Steamer Channel, or it's kind of known locally as the Steamer Channel, because CIE, who were Córa Shimpeana Héireann, they were the Irish Transport Authority here, and they supplied all the public transport. They used to run a steam ferry up and down along the Lough, connecting people, delivering goods, delivering passengers and all the rest. And on occasions, that ferry was known to use this channel, presumably to avoid the wind. Depending on what direction the wind was coming, this would give them another option to have a more sheltered passage. So we are going to have a go going down along the Steamer Channel. Anytime I decide to go off channel like this and head somewhere that we probably shouldn't be heading, there's a few things I try and do. First of all, obviously I've done all my engine checks, water, oil, fan belts, and make sure that everything is okay, so we're unlikely to have an issue there. Our weed traps are all emptied, and so we've reduced the possibility that we're going to have some kind of a breakdown. But the other thing is the weather. Anytime there's an increased risk that we would hit the bottom or go aground here. The water levels are very low at the moment in Lough, and as I say, we're going off channel. So we do it in a day when there's absolutely no wind, and today's a perfect day like that. It's still and calm. If you do go aground, there's a good chance of running, if you're going nice and slowly and there's no wind, that you could just run off your water. That will reduce the weight of the boat by half a ton, or in this case even 3/4 of a ton, because we carry 750 litres of fresh water. That's 3/4 of a metric ton. And by draining that out, there's a reasonable chance we would get the boat afloat without having to call out a lifeboat, and that would be embarrassing and a little unprofessional. How you doing? That's one thing about the river, everybody waves to each other, and there's a really good reason why we all wave to each other. It's because we all want to stay friends, because we never know when we're going to need them guys to give us a tow, vice versa. It's a great system. So as we kind of head into uncharted waters, I'm going to reduce my speed, and you may just see there as our depth sounder. I'll keep a sharp eye on that as well. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking, and I'm watching my electronic charts here with one eye and watching out the windscreen, of course, with the other. The glasses on to try and see the charts. And we're currently cruising around we're doing a nice gentle pace. We're going very, very, very slow, much slower than I ordinarily would go. And I'm not in a hurry anyway. And the depth sounder is reading 7.5 feet, which is probably round about normal, and it corresponds with what I'm showing on the charts here, which is good. So what I'm doing here is, instead of just keep looking at the charts all the time, I kind of get the boat lined up with the course that the electronic charts show. Then I pick a point ahead on the horizon and use that as my destination point, and just keep heading to that, but keep at the same time referring back to the charts just to make sure I haven't wandered off course. And we're still showing over 8 feet of water here, so we're so far so good. But as I say, we're just edging along really, really slowly and cautiously. But couldn't get a better day for this. So we've pretty much passed Inishmacdermott. That's it there. You might be able to make it out behind me. And we're approaching now Inishaina. We're kind of midway between the two of them at the moment. And I just checked AccuWeather there on my phone a few moments ago, and it's actually 21 degrees. 21 degrees, and we're not 10:30 in the morning yet. That's got the makings of a very hot day.
Well, I had to go and put on a t-shirt on me because it was getting bright light. But there's some fabulous swans here. Look at these.
I've never seen
so many.
There's such an amount of them together in one spot. I wonder is it because there's fewer boats here and they don't get disturbed that much. I'm not sure what the reason is, but
and they all seem to be in twos.
Yeah, there's a lot of pairs there, but swans are funny that swans have the same mate for life, and so maybe that accounts for the amount of couples. Inishaina, just on our left hand side there, Beautiful, beautiful day for the lake, and just at around this point here we'll rejoin the navigation. So up ahead of us there I can see a few boats, and that's where we're going to meet the navigation channel again. We will be off the steamer channel shortly, and you know what, I've really enjoyed going off route again for a while. Hang on now. I was going to say I had a dry mouth, but I had to get a mouthful of tea before I could even say it. That's the nerves and the stress of taking a boat places it's not supposed to go. But shit, do you know what, guys, it's the heat today is just incredible. So when I get back out onto the navigation channel, I'll be able to give it a little bit more throttle. And hang on now, another sausage. And yeah, we'll continue on south, and our destination for today is going to be Hudson Bay. I haven't been there in a long time, and hopefully we'll get a mooring. That's of course the other problem, is that the weather's so hot. It's a Sunday today, so anybody who can get out in the water is quite rightly out on the water and enjoying it. But that can make it a little bit difficult to get a mooring spot. So keep your fingers crossed we get a spot. There's Marion behind us enjoying the sun. Right, so I'll just give you a quick view, guys. This is the western side of Inishanna. The side of Inishanna you don't normally see. Yeah, there's a boat you might just make it out over there. It's a cruiser, I think. So that's the navigation channel over there. If I look up ahead of me, I can see boats coming towards me. You probably won't be able to see them in this clip now, but there is boats up there, and we're going to rejoin them in one moment. Hang on now, I just need to adjust my course here, guys. And we're grand. This is super. So this green marker here is our first indication that we are actually now back on channel, and we've completed the steamer passage. So I'm kind of chuffed. That's another one I had never done before. I just swing about there. There's Marion on the controls, and we've picked up speed again. And I just pan around there to show you behind us. That's Inishanna. That's the steamer channel that side. That's the normal channel on that side. So guys, just in case you're wondering, the charts that we were using, the electronic charts, they are called Seasick, and that's my radio blipping away in the background. Those charts are freely available to anybody who is a member of the Inland Waterways Association of Ireland. Their address is on your screen there, iwai.ie, and I would certainly recommend joining the Inland Waterways Association, both for their cruises, the cruising companies, all the rallies that they hold. They've a wonderful quarterly magazine, plus you get access to the Seasick charts, and they are absolutely fantastic. They really do open the waterways. They have for us anyway. This is Quakers Island, we're just passing by now, and you might be able to see there's a boat there at anchor and a few people camping. And if I pan around, just cutting it pretty close here to marker number 7. Quakers Island has a fantastic, very rich history, and maybe someday we'll land on it and do a little vlog about it, because it is quite an amazing place. Look at that, it's so calm. But regular viewers of the vlog will know that Lough is not always as beautiful and calm as this. She has a few different moods, but today she's in a good mood. There is a little cliche they come out with, little aid memoir. It says, if to port to see a punt, carry on and drive over the little boat. Should be able to remember that. So we've had a super trip down along the lake. The sun never went in. Scorching hot weather. We're just approaching Hudson Bay. This over here is the wonderful water park. That's Bay Sports. And just looking at the harbour here, and there is about a dozen boats on the outside of the harbour wall, so that would kind of imply the harbour is well full. So we'll just stick our nose down, we'll have a look and see what spaces are available. Now to Hudson Bay. We're just meeting a boat coming out, a small rib. Slow her right down again. Just take it nice and gently here because there's a lot of boats on the outside of the wall here, and you don't want to bounce around too much. There's also swimmers in the water.
And they jump in right in front of you.
I know, yeah. It's really, I find that really nerve-wracking when you're trying to bring a boat in and you get people jumping into the water, because there's a propulsion from the props out the back of the boat, the wash, but there's also an equal suction at the front of the boat. Subscribing to the Driftwood Boat Blog is absolutely free. All you do is you go to YouTube, in the search bar, type in Driftwood Boat Blog. And up the top there you'll see the Driftwood Boat Blog logo. Just click on that and that brings you to our channel and to over 100 videos. If you click the subscribe button, click the bell, tick all, you'll get a notification every time we bring out a new video, and you'll also be helping the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video and thanks very much for watching.
Don't forget, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell up here. Talk to you soon. Cheerio.